Maumelle versus Cabot, Arkansas. Which one should you actually live in? I've sold homes in both for 16 years, and the honest answer comes down to really four things: commute time, schools, budget, and one trade off that nobody warns you about until they've already moved. So today I am coming to you from Tom Ferry's Summit Conference in Anaheim, California, in order to learn more to share with our clients back in Arkansas. And we're super excited to share everything that we've learned. So here's how we'll settle the debate between Cabot and Maumelle. Four head-to-head rounds: commute, schools, budget, lifestyle, and then the trade-off that decides if it's for most people. Stick around for that last part because it's really the thing that buyers email me about 6 months after they've already moved, wishing that they had known before they went out and selected their house. I am Amanda Galbraith. I'm the broker owner right here in Central Arkansas and a lifelong local of Maumelle. I've listed and sold on both sides of this decision, so I've got no dog in this fight. I just want you in the right one that makes the most sense for you and for your family. So if you're ready to learn more, stick around and let's go. So round one is the commute time. Obviously depends on where you're working, but we're going to send our specific time frame into downtown Little Rock. So Maumelle is definitely the closer of the two to downtown. Figure roughly that's, depending on where you're going in downtown, 20 minutes to downtown Little Rock from Maumelle. Pretty much straight down 4:30 to 6:30. Cabot does sit farther out. It's going to be, it's 20 miles actually northeast. So your daily haul into the city is definitely longer. But keep in mind, if you work on the north end of the city or you're near the airbase somewhere, Jacksonville, Cabot's actually very convenient and a little bit closer, which is a really big reason that so many of our military families choose it. Its proximity to the base is ideal for most families. And don't forget the rest of your week: the grocery run, the kids' practices, airport trips, all of that. Maumelle keeps most of that short. Cabot kind of does too. They have their own grocery stores, etc. But it does add for a little more windshield time in exchange for the space if you have to come into town at all. So just keep that in mind. If it is up north or northeast, that gap closes really fast. So round two, schools. And for a lot of families, this round ends the debate. Cabot schools are very well known. They are have some of the strongest reputations in the Central Arkansas area. The whole town feeds to one district. Plenty of buyers actually pick Cabot just for that reason alone. Maumelle counters with some well-regarded K-12 charter schools. It does have its own high school, but it's in Pulaski County Special School District, and they're structured differently. There's a catch with the Maumelle charter: seats can be competitive, and there is a lottery. So if that's your plan, you need to really look into that before you buy and not after. My honest advice for either town: don't go by reputation alone. Go to both schools, check the exact school your specific address would feed, because that detail really matters more than the city name that's on the actual sign. So round three, this is the budget. So Cabot typically does give you more house for your money almost every single time. Property taxes tend to be lower, and that value is real for people. And it's a big part of the appeal of the area, especially for a couple of groups: first-time buyers, growing families that are stretching a budget. Maumelle carries a planned community premium, so it does come at a higher price tag. And when you buy a Maumelle, part of the money is buying all of that system: the trails, the lakes, the golf courses that are there, the tight community standards. Neither is overpriced. You're just paying for different things, different amenities. So just be honest with yourself about what makes sense for you and your family. Are you going to use the lakes and the trails every week, or would you rather have that money into more square footage and maybe a larger yard? So that answer really does pick your town for you, believe it or not. So if you're liking what you're hearing, and make sure that you go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. We do put content like this out every single week for our clients. So if you like what you, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button right down there so that you can make sure that you get this content every week as it comes out. Okay, moving on to round four. So let's talk about lifestyle for a minute. The real kind of fork in the road. These are different communities. Maumelle is a master plan community, has two lakes, more than 30 miles of connected trails, has a couple of golf courses, everything kept up to a standard. It's very tidy, it's very active, it's tucked away. And for a lot of buyers, that daily walkability of outdoor activities and the upkeep is kind of the whole point, and they're willing to pay the premium for it. Cabot has more of a small town, a more rural feel, more room to spread out, a little bit more country, and its own growing lineup of different boutique shops and restaurants and ball fields. Here's the honest downside of each. Maumelle community rules can feel strict if you like being out in the country and doing your own thing. Cabot's fast growth means that some of the traffic on those main corridors and that longer drive that we talked about. Neither is better or worse than the other. They're just a different lifestyle, and you need to choose the one that fits your family and your particular situation the best. So here's my quick verdict. Choose Cabot if school reputation is your top priority, especially after you've checked it out and that's the one you want. You want more house and more land for your money, and especially if your job isn't tied to downtown Little Rock. You don't have to come to Little Rock every day. Choose Maumelle if you want the shortest drive into the city and you will actually use all the amenities, the lakes, the trails, etc. If you like a neighborhood that really has different standards and pretty strict regulations in terms of things like that. And if you're genuinely torn, that usually means the tiebreaker is the trade-off that I'm about to explain next. And here's that trade-off that nobody seems to warn you about. Maumelle is essentially a peninsula. There's really there used to only be one way in and one way out. Now there are three. There's a couple of different ways to get to the city. You can get there from I-40, you can get there from 430, and then we have a second I-40 exit. But that tucked away, safe feeling, quiet that everyone loves is the exact same reason that there can be some morning bottleneck traffic onto 430 going on and off in the afternoons. And Cabot trades just a longer traditional daily drive for more elbow room and more ways to get around. So the honest question isn't which town is better, it's which trade-off can I live with every single morning. So make sure you tell me in the comments a couple of things. What is your current commute? How much do schools weigh in for you? Give me those two, and I'll tell you which one that I would point you toward and explore some different options. If you want to go deeper, I've got full neighborhood guides on both of these locations and a free relocation guide over at arproperty.com. No pressure. We're just here to help you choose right. And again, we do this content every week. So if you like what you hear, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.